dance through the frosted pines, her snowflakes spinning, drawing lines, each flake a sparkle, a dream in tow, chasing horizons where the wild winds blow, through valleys deep and mountains high, her laughter echoed in the sky. Oh, Saki and her snowflakes running free, a whirlwind of wonder for all to see. They grew with the journey, they learned the way, and found new friends by the end of the day. Back to the fox den where the lanterns glow, Saki and her snowflakes with stories to show. They met a traveler by the river's bend, a fox with wisdom, a bear to defend. Each step they took, their circle grew. With every adventure, something new. The stars above lit their winding trail. Their courage soared, it would not fail. Oh, Saki and her snowflakes running free, a whirlwind of wonder for all to see. They grew with the journey, they learned the way, and found new friends by the end of the day. Back to the fox den where the lanterns glow, Saki and her snowflakes with stories to show. Saki danced through the frosted pines, her snowflakes spinning, drawing lines, each flake a sparkle, a dream in tow, chasing horizons where the wild winds blow, through valleys deep and mountains high, her laughter echoed in the sky. Oh, Saki and her snowflakes running free, a whirlwind of wonder for all to see. They grew with the journey, they learned the way, and found new friends by the end of the day. Back to the fox den where the lanterns glow, Saki and her snowflakes with stories to show. They met a traveler by the river's bend, a fox.
Hello, 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 everyone. How are you? Hello, 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 my little snowflakes. How are you all today? Hello, Cece. Hello, Nuki. Rar. Hello, dog. Congratulations on the tail, and thank you so much for your support, dog. I appreciate it. 5 months. Yo, that is so long, yo. Thank you so much. Hello, hello, Ellie. Hi, Juan. Hi, King Soul. How are you all? What's up? Hello, hello, Mr. Bexy. Congrats on 1K followers on YouTube. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my god. It's a raid. Thank you so much for the raid, Hexy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, and thank you for the earpads. How was stream? What did you do? How many times did you die? And a 20 stream streak? What? Oh my god, sorry if you can hear the jingle. Jingle, jingle. Oh my goodness. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Welcome in, readers. Welcome in. Let me know something. Now I'm kind of like good friends with Hex, but let me know something fun that happened on stream today. Tell me something. A secret. A secret, if you may. On third stream. Wow, 3 days for Lucky! Yay! By the way, guys, do you want to hear something? I don't know if you can hear it, but I got the plushie. And you know what? Oh, you cannot hear it. You can barely hear it. It jingles! It jingles! It jingle jingle. I'm good, Nuki. How are you? How are you? By the way, go to my Discord server and you can vote for a name for it. Right now, Noodle is winning. Which is actually quite fun because it's boneless. It's a bell! It jingles jingles. In my Discord server, there's a picture of him. It's a sad nuggie. It's a belated Christmas gift, and I love it. It jingle jingles. But it needs a name. Sniffle? Sniffer? I heard it! Nice! Yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go. But yes, it jingle jingle. It's super fun. Do you guys wanna... This sad nuggie is better prepared than I am. It follows with like a health insurance and adoption papers. I can read the adoption papers because it says, "Pledge to Reindeer Nuggie. I promise to play lots of reindeer games with Reindeer Nuggie. I'll make sure to feed Reindeer Nuggie lots of sugar cubes. I will slay all day with Reindeer Nuggie. I'll protect Reindeer Nuggie at all costs. I will do my best." Ladies, if you have to, please take some. Oh my goodness, Ellie. Be raiding and running. Of course, Hexy. Have a good time. Have a good time. I'll always answer the call of Reindeer Nuggie's jingle bells. Yes. I will take Reindeer Nuggie on magical winter adventures. Yes. I will ensure Reindeer Nuggie is always warm and snug. Yes. I will love and care for Reindeer Nuggie forever. Yes. So that's that. That's the adoption papers. You have to pledge. And then you have the healthcare. Which is your Nuggie's health report. Nug pressure, which is important. And yes, always take ass. Nug pressure, slightly high. Stressed? Nurse Nuggie recommends lots of cuddles to reduce stress. I'm currently working on that. X-rays. Results shown that this Nuggie is boneless. So, Noodle would kind of fit because it has no bones. What was the funny dog emote again? What? Funny dog emote? Do you mean this is fine? Poultry plague vaccine. Up to date. There have been a few cases of the poultry plague among the sad nuggies, but your nuggie is safe. Nice. Temperature. Hot and crispy. Head nurse Nuggie says that this is normal for nuggies, as they just came out of the fryer. Alrighty, Nuki. Heart rate. Slightly elevated. Dr. Nuggie says that this is due to excitement of being adopted. And I think this is the most adorable shit ever. I love it. It has health insurance. I don't even have health insurance. Type sniffer on the Twitch chat. I have never seen that one, Dodge, I think. I don't think I've ever seen that, but it sounds interesting. Do I want to try it? I'm scared of trying it. But are you guys ready for a new chapter of reading? It's not my internet, it's Twitch. Org. What is it on my end? Is there something I can change to help you? I think it's an emote you have to enable. Oh, like this stare. I think I know what you mean. My end. Oh, I'm sorry, Nuki. I wish there was something I could do to help. Somebody share that Twitch account with you, Nuki. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen it. I'm gonna try. Wait. No, it's not that. I only have this one. The servers are unstable in my region. Oh, that could be. That could be. Oh, that sounds really hard. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Nuku. I have super hiccups, yo. I hate having hiccups. Sure, so the password is sillybilly748. Oh, okay, I'm gonna try that right now. If I'm gone, it's because of Dodge. Yes. We make sure to all share. No, I don't think I can say that actually. Then I will get banned. I can share my 18 account, but 13 accounts. Damn. Yeah, you have one to spare, don't you have, Ellie? Yeah. Yeah. Are you all ready for a new reading? I'm actually gonna. I have this reading thing up. I just forget where I posted. Oh, I'm coughing in a second. Oh my goodness. Is this it? No. Is this it? Yes.
Water.
Oh my goodness, I will drink. That scared me. That scared me. I'll drink in a second. Right now, I'm just checking some things. The winning streak is still on Noodle. Honestly, calling a chicken nugget noodle, there's just something about that. Oh, thank you for that, Bats. Thank you. And pin. And pin until unpin that stream. There we go. Don't worry. Haha, but thank you. Called today, not Ellie, construction plank, and called totally not Ellie, construction plank, and a few more. Really? Damn. Damn. Can you make like how many? Like 50 more? And follow me so that we all have the 1,000 followers here too. Then we have the 1,000 followers on almost across all platforms. There we go. Alrighty. Are we ready to be some reading? Do you guys remember who wants to sum up what happened last time? What do you remember from last time? Who wants to sum it up for the rest of the class? While I prepare the book that I totally have laying right beside me because I'm totally prepared streamer. Oh. Yikes. Book, nice voice, and it's no smut. It's no smut. We for gore. You guys are getting an F in this class. Every one of you. No, it's fine, it's fine. So what happened is no, yes. So I didn't hear any smut last time. You know, Ellie's just so innocent he thinks holding hands is smut. I don't take this class. Yes, you do. Now you do. Now you have no other choice than to take this class. And if you hear rumbling, I'm sorry, it's my stomach. I just ate. And I had to eat fast because Hex was stressing me. They were holding hands, right? Just holding hands. Then taking Nuke. I swear to God. I swear to flippity floppity God. Okay. I don't even go to the school. What? You don't go to the Saki Elementary? Okay. What we talked about last time, or what we read last time, is the Sinclair family, where they own a private island and elementary. Yes, I'm escaping class. Okay, and then what? Where you want to go? You're on an island. You're stuck. We're talking about the Sinclairs, who well, the grandpa got to good money back in the days, and now they own just a private island. Every one of the characters has their own little secrets. Especially Kathy and Gat, they are kind of a thing. And the last thing that happened was that a dragon. I have bound your wings. The last thing that happened was that Kathy hit her head and doesn't hear back from Gat anymore. To the point where she's trying to texting him, he's ignoring her, and stuff like that. So, are we all ready? Are we all ready to read? Yes, now sit down. Are we ready? Are you ready to continue this? Yes, Nuki. Such a good little Nuki. Or he's dead. Or he also hit his head. Well, there's a lot of possibilities. I'm unsure if any of those are right, actually. So yeah. I can read the last sentence we read last time one more time, just so you know, remember. We're Sinclairs after all. And Sinclairs do not behave like I was behaving. I stopped writing and deleted all the emails from my sent mail folder. They were weak and stupid. The bottom line is, Gat bailed when I got hurt. The bottom line is, it was only a summer fling. The bottom line is, he might have loved Raquel. We lived too far apart, anyways. Our families were too close, anyways. I never got an explanation. I just know he left me. I'm not answering that question, Nuke. I'm not answering. Sorry. I'm not answering questions while I'm reading. I'm not answering math questions while I'm reading. Let's just say that. And sorry if I have to stop and cough every now and then. Welcome to my school. Oh wait, shall I put on some music? I just remembered. Music is a thing. No, that is very slow. That is very slow as well. Does anybody know what we listened to last time? Instrumental. Okay. That is quite loud. Oh, here. Actually, this could work. I will make it work. Oh! Thank you so much for the raid! Thank you, Jildias! Welcome in, raiders! Welcome in! Welcome in! How are you all doing? I'm sorry there is no raid sound. I'm trying to fix that, but fixing things is a process. But yes, raiders, if you need to raid and run, please do take care of yourself. Always put yourself first. And for those who are staying, please let me know something about your streamer, it being an inside joke or something fun that happened on stream, please. What did you do? What did you play? Yeah. Insert raid message. In the first 20 minutes? Yeah. That's because I have great friends. Insert raid message. I see. I see. Attacked by the cat. That's we need like an attacking cat. That's the raid message. That's what it should be. And run to dinner, but I'll be back. I promise. Of course, Julius. Hope you have a nice dinner. Of the lamb today, I didn't know what to play, but we ended up bonking people and resurrected others. Sounds like a good deal, honestly. I'm not a cat. Yes, you are. You are a little kitty cat. I would love to have you sitting on my lap and play with your hair. Little kitty cat. May you all have a lovely time here. Thank you, Jildius. And again, thank you so much for the support and for the raid. Have a good dinner and eat well and drink well. And, because you always tell me, drink water. Rar. Oh, sorry. Rar. Kitten raid. Yes. That should be his raid message. Okay. I'm a tiger, at least. Thanks a lot. I shall be back. Sure. You can be a tiny baby tiger. Okay. Let me see. Welcome to my skull. A truck is rolling over the bones of the neck and my head. The vertebrae break, the brains pops and O's. 1,000 flashlights shine in my eyes. The world tilts. I throw up. I black out. This happens all the time. It's nothing but an ordinary day. The pain started 6 weeks after my accident. Nobody was certain whether the two were related. But there was no denying the vomit and weight loss and general horror. Mommy took me for MRIs and CT scans. Needles, machines, more machines. They tested me for brain tumors, meningitis, you name it. To relieve the pain, they prescribed me this drug, and that drug, and then another drug, because the first one didn't work, and the second one didn't work either. They gave me prescriptions after prescription without even knowing what was wrong. Just trying to cure the pain. Cadence, said the doctor. Don't take too much. Cadence, said the doctor. Watch for signs of addiction. And still, Cadence, be sure to take your medicine. There are so many appointments. I can't even remember them. Eventually, the doctors came through with a diagnosis. Cadence Sinclair Eastman. Post-traumatic headaches, also known as PTHA. Migraine headaches caused by traumatic brain injury. It will be fine, they tell me. I won't die. It'll just hurt a lot. After a year in Colorado, Dad wanted to see me again. In fact, he insisted on taking me to Italy, France, Germany, Spain, and Scotland. A 10-week trip beginning in mid-June, which meant I wouldn't go to Beechwood at all. Summer 16. The trip is grand timing, said Mommy brightly as she packed the suitcase. Why? I lay on the floor in the bedroom and let her do the work. My head hurts. Granddad's redoing Claremont. She rolled socks into balls. I told you that 1,000,000 times already. I don't remember. How come? Some idea of his. He's spending the summer in Windermere. With you waiting on him? Mommy nodded. He can stay with Bess or Carrie, and he takes looking after. Anyways, you'll get a wonderful education in Europe. I'd rather go to Beechwood. No, you wouldn't, she said firm. In Europe, I vomited into small buckets and brushed my teeth repeatedly with chalky British toothpaste. I lay prone on the bathroom floor of several museums, feeling the cold tile underneath my cheek as my brain liquefied and seed out of my ear, bubbling. Migraines left my blood spreading across unfamiliar hotel sheets, dripping on the floors, oozing into carpets, soaking through leftover croissants and Italian lace cookies. I couldn't hear Dad calling me, but I never answered until my medicine took effect. I missed the Lyres that summer. We never kept in touch over the school year. Not much, anyways. Though we did try when we were younger. We'd text or tag each other in summer photos, especially in September. But we'd inevitably fade out after a month or so. Somehow, Beechwood's magic never carried over into everyday lives. We didn't want to hear about school friends and clubs and sport teams. Instead, we knew our affection would revive when we saw one another in the dock the following June. Salt spray in the air, pale sun glistening off water. But the year after my accident, I missed days and even weeks of school. I failed my classes, and the principal informed me I would have to repeat junior year. I stopped soccer and tennis. I couldn't babysit. I couldn't drive. The friends I had weakened into acquaintances. I texted Mirren a few times, called and left messages that I was later ashamed of. They were so lonely and needy. I called Johnny too, but his voicemail was full. I decided not to call again. I didn't want to keep saying things that made me feel weak. When Dad took me to Europe, I knew the Lyres were on Iceland. Granddad hasn't wired Beechwood and cell phones. I don't get reception there. So I began writing emails, different from pitiful voice messages. They were charming, darling notes from a person without headaches. Mostly. Mirren! Waving at you from Barcelona, where my father ate snails in broth. Our hotel has golden everything. Even salt shakers. It's gloriously vile. Write and tell me how the littles are misbehaving and where you are applying to college, and whether you have found some true love. Cadence. Johnny, bonjour from Paris, where my father ate a frog. I saw the winged victory. Hanuman no body, no arms. Miss you guys. How's Gat? Cadence. Mirren, hello from a castle in Scotland, where my father ate haggis. That is, my father ate the heart, liver, and lungs of a sheep mixed with oatmeal and boiled in a sheep's stomach. So, he is the sort of person who eats hearts. Cadence. Johnny, I'm in Berlin, where my father ate a blood sausage. Snorkel for me, eat blueberry pie, play tennis, build a bonfire. Then report back. I am desperately bored and will devise creative punishment if you do not comply. Cadence. I wasn't entirely surprised they didn't answer, besides the fact that to get online you must go to Vineyard. Beechwood is very much in its own world. Once you're there, the rest of the universe seems nothing but an unpleasant dream. Europe might not even exist. Welcome once again to the beautiful Sinclair family. We believe in outdoor exercise. We believe that time heals. We believe that although we will not say so explicitly, in prescription drugs and cocktail hour. We do not discuss our problems in restaurants. We do not believe in displays of distress. Our upper lips are stiff, and it's possible people are curious about us because we do not show our hearts. It is possible that we enjoy the way people are curious about us. Here in Burlington, it's just me, Mommy, and the dogs now. We haven't the weight of granddad in Boston or the impact of the whole family in Beechwood. But I know how people see us, nonetheless. Mommy and I are two of a kind. In the big house with the porch at the top of the hill, the willowy mother and the sickly daughter. We are high of cheekbone, broad of shoulder. We smile and show our teeth when we run arounds in town. The sickly daughter doesn't talk much. People who know her at school tend to keep away. They didn't know her well before she got sick anyways. She was quiet even then. Now she misses school half the time. When she's there, her pale skin and watery eyes make her look glamorously tragic. Like a literal heroine wasting from consumption. Something she falls down at school, crying. She frightens the other students. Even the kindest ones are tired of walking her to the nurse's office. Still, she has an aura of mystery that stops her from being teased or singled out for typical high school unpleasantries. Her mother is a Sinclair. Of course! I feel a sense of my own mystery eating a can of chicken soup late at night, or lying in the fluorescent light of the school's nurse's office. It is hardly glamorous the way Mommy and I curl down that Dad is gone. I wake to find her standing in my bedroom doorway staring. Don't hover. I love you. I'm taking care of you, she says, her hands on her heart. Well, stop it. If I could shut my door on her, I would. But I cannot stand up. Often I found notes laying around, appear to be records of what foods I've eaten on particular days. Toast and jam, but only half. Apple and popcorn, salad with raisins, chocolate bar, pasta, hydration, protein, too much ginger ale. It is not a glamorous that I can't drive a car. It's not mysterious to be home on Saturday night, reading a novel in a pile of smelly golden retrievers. However, I'm not immune to the feeling of being viewed as a mystery, as a Sinclair, as part of a privileged clan of special people, and as part of my Hello, Steph. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for the head pets. As part of a magical, I'm important narrative. Just because I'm part of this clan, my mother is not immune to it either. This is who we are been brought up to be. Sinclairs. Sinclairs. Part 2. Vermont. When I was 8, Dad gave me a stack of fairy tale books for Christmas. They came with colored covers. The yellow fairy book, the blue fairy book, the crimson, the green, the gray, the brown, and the orange. Inside were tales from all over the world, variations of family stories. Read them and you hear echoes of one story inside another. Then, echoes of another inside that. So many have the same premise. Once upon a time, there was 3. 3 of something, 3 pigs, 3 bears, 3 brothers, 3 soldiers, 3 billy goats, 3 princesses. Since I got back from Europe, I have been writing some of my own variations. I have time on my hands. So, let me tell you a story, a variation. I'm saying of a story you have heard before. Once upon a time, there was a king who had 3 beautiful daughters. As he grew old, he began to wonder which should inherit the kingdom. Since none had married, he had no heir. The king decided to ask his daughters to demonstrate their love for him. The eldest princess, he said, "Tell me how you love me." She loved him as much as all the treasures in the kingdom. To the middle princess, he said, "Tell me how you love me." She loved him with the strength of iron. To the youngest princess, he said, Tell me how you love me. The youngest princess thought for a long time before answering. Finally, she said she loved him as the meat loves salt. Then you do not love me at all, the king said. He threw his daughter from the castle and had the bridge drawn up behind her so that she could not return. Now, this youngest princess goes into the forest with not so much as a coat and a loaf of bread. She wanders through a hard winter, taking shelter beneath trees. She arrives at an inn and gets hired as an assistant to the cook. As the days and the weeks go by, the princess learns the ways of the kitchen. Eventually, she surpasses her employer in skill, and their food is known throughout the land. Years pass, and the eldest princess comes to be married. For the festives, the cook from the inn makes the wedding meal. Finally, a large roast pig is served. It is the king's favorite dish, but this time it has been cooked with no salt. The king tasted again. Who would you dare to serve such an ill-cooked roast at the future queen's wedding? He cries. The princess cook appears before her father, but she is so changed she does not recognize her. I would not serve you salt, your majesty, she explains. For did you not exile your youngest daughter for saying that it was of value? At her words, the king realizes that it's not only his daughter she is, in fact, the daughter who loves him best. And what then? The eldest daughter and the middle sister have been living with the king all this time. One has been in favor 1 week, the other the next week. They have been driving apart by their father's constant comparison. Now, the youngest has returned. The king yanks the kingdom from the eldest, who has just been married. She is not to be a queen after all, the eldest sister rage. At first, the youngest basks in fatherly love. Before long, however, she realizes the king is demented and power mad. She is to be queen, but she is also stuck tending to a crazy old tyrant for the rest of her days. She will not leave him, no matter how sick he becomes. Does she stay because she loves him as meat loves the salt? Or does she stay because he has now promised her the kingdom? It is hard for her to tell the difference. Hello, Jim. Hello. The fall after the European trip, I started to project. I gave something of mine every day. I mailed Mirren an old Barbie with extra long hair, one we used to fight over when we were kids. I mailed Johnny a striped scarf I used to wear a lot. Johnny likes stripes. For the old people in my family, Mommy, the aunties, Granddad, the accumulation of beautiful objects is a life goal. Whoever dies with the most stuff wins. Wins what? Is what I'd like to know. I used to be a person who liked pretty things. Like Mommy does, like all the Sinclairs do. But that's not me anymore. Mommy has our Burlington house, filled with silver and crystals, coffee table, books, and cashmere blankets. Thick rugs covered every floor, and paintings from several local artists she patronizes line our walls. She likes antique china and displays it in the dining room. She's replaced a perfectly drivable Saab with a BMW. Not one of these symbols is prosperity and taste that has any use at all. Beauty is a valid use, Mommy argues. It creates a sense of place, a sense of personal history. Pleasure, even. Cadence, have you ever heard of pleasure? But I think she's lying to me and to herself about why she owns these objects. The jolt of a new purchase makes Mommy feel powerful. if only for a moment. I think there's a status to having a house full of pretty things, to buying expensive paintings of seashells from the Atre, friends and spoons from Tiffany's, antiques and oriental rugs till people that my mother may be a dog breeder who dropped out of Brynmore. But she's got power, because she's got money. Give away my bed. Give away my bed pillow. I carry it while a runner runs. There's a girl leaning up against the wall outside the library. She has a cardboard cup by her ankles for spare change. She's not much older than I am. Do you want this pillow? I ask. I wish the pillowcase. She takes it and sits on it. My bed is uncomfortable that night, but it's for the best. Giveaway paperback copy of King Lear. I read for school's sophomore year. Found under my bed. Donated to the public library. I don't need to read it again. Giveaway. A photo of Granny Tipper at the Farm Institute party, wearing an evening dress and holding a piglet. I stop by Goodwill on my way home. Hey there, Cadence, says Patty behind the counter. Just dropping off? This was my gran. She was a beautiful lady, says Patty, peering. You sure you don't want to take the photo out? You couldn't donate it to frame. I'm sure. Gran is dead. Having a picture of her won't change anything. Did you go by Goodwill again? Mommy asks when I get home. She is slicing peaches with a special fruit knife. Yeah. What did you get rid of? An old picture of Gran. With the piglet? Her mouth twitches. Oh, Caddy. It was mine to give away. Mommy sighs. You give away one of the dogs and you will never hear the end of it. I squat down to the dog's head. Bosch, Grendel, and Poppy greet me with soft indoor woofs. They are family dogs. Portly and well-behaved. Purebred Goldens. Poppy had several litters for my mother's business. But the puppies and the other breeding dogs live with Mommy's partner at a farm outside Burlington. I would never, I say. I whisper how I love them into their soft doggy ears. Alrighty. Let's take a little break for now so I can rehydrate. Touch, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. How is it for you? We are currently reading a book, so feel free to get cozy. If you've ever heard about We Were Liars, feel free. We're just getting into the gist of it. Ghosty-chan, hi. Oh, I will drink. Ghosty-chan, hi. Nani ga suki? Bexy ice cream. Yurumu na. Na. Da. What have you done today, Saki? I just been at work and I unpacked my Sedniki. Where I also got some other things. It was a gift from a friend, so I'm really, really happy about it. I'm really grateful for that friend. They're a superb friend. Let me just drink. Any funny and annoying customers? Ugh. There's so much going on. Okay, let me pause the music for a moment so we can talk. You wanna know what, guys? You wanna know what I found out? You wanna know what happened today? Me being a kato, also tigers would fit on the people's stuff. That's why I said you will be a baby tiger. I was like talking to customers today, right? Looking out of the window as you do. Chilling mostly. And then we just, me and my coworker just saw this bird, right? And I was like, damn. It's like sitting in the snow because it was like on the rooftop type of deal. I was like sitting in the snow. I'm like, damn, it must be freezing its balls off. And then me and my coworker looked at each other being like, do birds have balls? And my coworker, no hesitation, leans over to his iPhone and goes like, wait, I do have an iPhone. Hey, you know, iPhone lady name. I don't want my phone to jump on. Do birds have balls? And he whispered it because we wanted to be kind of like, kind of quiet about it. And he just the iPhone just starts really loud being like, yes, birds do indeed have testicles. And we're just like, oh, thank you, thank you for letting us know. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, they have testes. I didn't know that that was the word. I didn't know that that was the word for balls. That is crazy. That is super weird. Why do you call that that? You all shall stop lying. We don't lie. We are not liars. Okay. Uh, who am I gonna? You know what, Jildius? Entertain people. I'm gonna go to toilet. I'll be right back. I just need to pee pee. There we go. Alright, I'll be right back. You, Jildius, you have to entertain the people. It's your turn. Okay, I'll be right back. Alrighty. Let's go. I'm just here. Saki's fluffy as heck. What? Almost as small as Saki. Roasted. Car, I'm way bigger. You're not way bigger. Kitten sized? Yes. Love cars the way they purr. I'm tiger sized, please. You're baby tiger sized. Cars purr in a way, I guess. I'm usually, so that must be reality. What? But delusional. Welcome back, extremely tiny fluffy. Oh, thank you, thank you. Are you go? Oh, quiet up there. I'm reading. Okay. Are we ready for the next chapter? Oh, next part. No, not next chapter. Yes. I'll see. Wait, let me see how long part. Okay, I will at least read to part 3. I will see. My voice is kind of scuffed today. I don't know. Voice is being scuffed. I'm everything but delusional. You're very delusional. And even if you didn't weigh tinier, you're a baby tiger size. Let's be for real. Do you have a do you have a size complex, Julius? Okay. If I Google traumatic brain injury, most websites tell me selective amnesia is a consequence. When there's damage to the brain, it's not uncommon for a patient to forget stuff. She'll be unable to piece together coherent stories of the trauma. But I don't want people to know I'm like this. Still like this, after all the appointments and scans and medicines. I don't want to be labeled as disability. I don't want more drugs. I don't want doctors, concerned teachers. God knows I've had enough doctors. What I remember from the summer of the accident. Falling in love with God at the Red Gate kitchen door. His speech rose for Raquel and my wine-soaked night, spinning in anger. Acting normal, making ice cream, playing tennis. The triple-decker s'mores and get angry when we told him to shut up. Night swimming. Kissing Gat in the attic. Hearing the Cracker Jack story and helping Granddad down the stairs. The tire swing, the basement, the perimeter. Gat and I in one another's arms. Gat seeing me bleed, asking me questions, dressing my wound. I don't remember much else. I can see Mirren's hand, her clipping gold nail polish, holding a jug of gas for a motorboat. Mommy, her face tight, asking, the black pearls? Johnny's feet running down the stairs from Claremont to the boathouse. Granddad holding to a tree, his face lit up by glow of the bonfire. And all 4 of us liars, laughing so hard we felt dizzy and sick. But what was so funny? What was it that we were... What was it and where were we? I don't know. I used to ask Mommy when I didn't remember the rest of summer 15. My forgetfulness frightened me. I'd suggest stopping my meds or trying new meds or seeing a different physician. I'd beg to know what I'd forgotten. Then one day in late fall, the fall I spent undergoing tests for death sentence illnesses, Mommy began to cry. You ask me over and over. You never remember what I say. I'm sorry. She poured herself a glass of wine as she talked. You began asking me the day you woke in the hospital. What happened? What happened? I told you the truth, Cadence. I always did. And you'd repeat it back to me. The next day you ask again. I'm sorry, I say again. Still ask me almost every day. It is true, I have no memory of my accident. I don't remember what happened before and after. I don't remember my doctor's visit. I knew they must have happened because of course they happened. And here I am with diagnosis and medications, but nearly all my medical treatment is a blank. I looked at Mummy, at her infuriating, concerned face, her leaking eyes, the tipsy slackness of her mouth. You have to stop asking, she said. The doctor thinks it's for the better, remembering on your own anyways. I made her tell me one last time. I wrote down her answers so I could look back at them when I wanted to. That's why I can tell you about the night swimming accident. The rocks, the hypothermia, respiratory difficulty, and the unconfirmed traumatic brain injury. I never asked her anything again. There's a lot I don't understand. But this way, she says that's pretty sober. Dad plans to take me to Australia and New Zealand for the whole summer 17. I don't want to go. I wanted to return to Beechwood. I want to see Mirren lie in the sun, planning our future. I want to argue with Johnny and go snorkeling and make ice cream. I want to build bonfires on the shore of the tiny beach. I want to pile in the hammock and on the Claremont porch and be the liars once again if it's possible. I want to remember my accident. I want to know why Gad disappeared. I don't know why he wasn't with me, swimming. I don't know why I went to the tiny beach alone. Why I swam in my underwear and left no clothes on the sand. And why he bailed when I got hurt. I wonder if he loved me. I wonder if he loved Raquel. Dad and I are supposed to leave for Australia in 5 days. I should never have agreed to go. I make myself wretched, sobbing. I tell Mommy I don't need to see the world. I need to see my family. I miss Granddad. No. I'll be sick if I travel to Australia. My headache will explode. I shouldn't get on a plane. I shouldn't eat strange food. I shouldn't be jet-lagged. What if we lose my medication? Stop arguing. The trip is paid for. I walk the dogs in the early morning. I load the dishwasher at late and later unload it. I put on a dress and rub my blush into my cheeks. I eat everything on my plate. I let Mommy put her arms around me and stroke my hair. I tell her I want to spend the summer with her, not Dad. Please. The next day, Granddad comes to Burlington to stay in the guest room. He's been on the island since mid-May and has to take a boat, a car, and a plane to get here. He hasn't come visit us since before Granny Tipper died. Mommy picked him up at the airport while I stayed at home and set the table for supper. She's picked up roast chicken and side dishes as a gourmet shop in town. Grandad has lost weight since he saw him last. His white hair stands out and puffs around his ears. Tufty. He looks like a baby bird. His skin is baggy on his frame, and he has a pot-bellied slump that's now not how I remembered him. He always seemed invincible, with firm, broad shoulders and a lot of teeth. Grandad is the sort of person who has mottos. Don't take no for an answer, he always used to say to us. And never take a seat in the back of the room. Winners, sit up front. We liars used to roll our eyes at the pronouncements. Be decisive. No one likes a waffler. Never complain, never explain. But we still saw him as a full of wisdom and grown-up topics. Grandad is wearing madras shorts and loafers. His legs are spindly old man legs. He pats my back and demands a scotch and soda. We eat, and he talks about some friends of his in Boston. The new kitchen and the Beechwood house. Nothing important. Afterwards, Mommy cleans up while I show him the backyard garden. The evening song is still out. Grandad picks up a peony and hands it to me. For my first grandchild. Don't pick the flowers, okay? Penny won't mind. Yes, she will. Cadence was the first, he says, looking up at the sky, not into my eyes. I remember when she came to visit us in Boston. She was dressed in a pink romper suit, and her hair stuck up straight off her head. Johnny wasn't born still 3 weeks later. I'm right here, Granddad. Cadence was the first, and it didn't matter that she was a girl. I would given her everything, just like a grandson. I carried her in my arms and danced. She was the future of our family. I nod. We could all see she was a Sinclair. She had that hair. But it wasn't only that. It was the chin, the tiny hands. We knew she'd be tall. All of us were tall until Bess married that short fellow. And Carrie made the same mistake. You mean Brody and Jonathan? God riddance, huh? Granddad smiles. All our people were tall. Did you know my mother's side of the family came over on the Mayflower to make the life in America? I know it's not important if our people came over on the Mayflower. It's not important to be tall or blonde. That is why I dyed my hair. I don't want to be the eldest. Hair is to the Iceland and the fortune and the expectations. But then again, perhaps I do. Granddad has had too much to drink after a long travel day. Shall we go inside? I ask. You want to sit down? He picks up a second peony and hands it to me. For forgiveness, my dear. I pat him on the shoulder, on his hunched back. Don't pick any more, okay? Granddad bends down and touches some white tulips. Seriously, don't, I say. He picks a third peony, sharply, defiantly, hands it to me. You are my Cadence, the first. Yes. What happened to your hair? I colored it. I don't recognize you. That's okay. Granite points to the peonies, now all in my hand. 3 flowers for you. You should have 3. He looks pitiful. He looks powerful. I love him, but I'm not sure I like him. I take his hand and lead him inside. Hello, Alexius. Welcome in, welcome in. Remember who you are, yes. And thank you for the lurkies. Of course, of course. Once upon a time, there was a king who had 3 beautiful daughters. He loved each of them dearly. One day, when the youngest ladies were of age to be married, a terrible 3-headed dragon laid siege to the kingdom, burning villages with fire breath. It spoiled crops and burned churches. It killed babies and old people and everyone in between. The king promised a prince's hand in marriage to whoever slayed the dragon. Heroes and warriors came to suit of armor, riding brave horses and bearing swords and arrows. One by one, these men were slaughtered and eaten. Finally, the king reasoned that the maiden might melt the dragon's heart and succeed where warriors had failed. He sent the eldest daughter to beg the dragon for mercy, but the dragon listened to not a word of her pleas. It swallowed her whole. Then the king sent out his second daughter to beg the dragon for mercy, but the dragon did the same, swallowed her before she could get a word out. The king sent his youngest daughter to beg the dragon for mercy, and she was so lovely and clever that he was sure she would succeed where the daughters had perished. No, indeed. The dragon simply ate her. The king was left aching with regret. He was now alone in the world. Just let me ask you, who killed this girl? The dragon? Or the father? After Grandad leaves the next day, Mommy calls Dad and cancels the Australia trip. There's yelling. There's negotiation. Eventually they decide I will go to Beechwood for 4 weeks of the summer, then visit Dad at his home in Colorado, where I've never been. He insists. He will not lose this whole summer with me, or there will be a lawyer involved. Mommy rings the aunts. She has no long private conversation with them on the porch of their house. I can't hear anything except a few phrases. Cadence is so fragile, needs lots of rest. Only 4 weeks, not the whole summer. Nothing should disturb her. The healing's very gradual. Also, Pinto Griego, Sancerre, maybe some Riesling, definitely no Chardonnay. My room is nearly empty now. There are sheets and a comforter in my bed, a laptop on my desk, a few pens, a chair, and a couple of pair of jeans and shorts. I have t-shirts and flannel shirts, some warm sweaters, a bathing suit, a pair of sneakers and a pair of Crocs, and a pair of boots. True dresses and some heels, warm coat, hunting jacket, and canvas duffel. The shelves are rare. No pictures, no posters, no old toys. Giveaway. A travel toothbrush kit mommy bought me yesterday. I already have a toothbrush. I don't know why I would buy me another. That woman buys things just to buy things. It's disgusting. I walk over to the library and find a girl who took my pillow. She's still leaning against the outside wall. I set the toothbrush kit in her cup. Giveaway. Get's olive hunting jacket. The one I wore that night we held hands and looked at the stars and talked about God. I never returned it. I should have given it away first of everything. I know, but I couldn't make myself. It was all I had left for him. But I was weak and foolish. Get doesn't love me. I don't love him either. Or maybe I never did. I'll see him again. I'll see him day after tomorrow. And I don't love him. And I don't want his jacket. The phone rings and 10 at night before we leave for Beechwood. Mommy is in the shower. I pick up. Heavy breathing. Then laugh. Who is this? Keddy? It's a kid, I realize. Yes. This is Taft, Miriam's brother. He has no manners. How come you're awake? Is it true that you're a drug addict? Taft asks me. No. Are you sure? You're calling to ask if I'm a drug addict. I haven't talked to Taft since my accident. We're on Beechwood, he says. We got here this morning. I'm glad he's changing the subject. I make my voice bright. We're coming tomorrow. Is it nice? Did you go swimming yet? No. Did you try out the tire swing? No, says Taft. Are you sure you're not a drug addict? Where did you even get that idea? Bonnie, she says she says I should watch out for you. Don't listen to Bonnie, I say. Listen to Marin. That's what I'm talking about. But Bonnie is the only one who believes me about Cuddlewood Down, he says. And I wanted to call you. Only not if you're a drug addict, because drug addicts and don't know what's going on. I'm not a drug addict, you pipsqueak, I say. Though, possibly I'm lying. Cuddle Down is haunted, says Taft. Can I come and sleep with you in Winmere? I like Taft, I do. He's slightly bonkers and covers with freckles, and Mirren loves him way more than she loves the twins. It's not haunted. The wind just blows through the house. Say, it blows through Winmere too. The windows rattle. It is too haunted, says Taft. Mommy doesn't believe me, and neither does Liberty. When he was younger, he was always a kid who brought there was monsters in the closet. Later, he was convinced there was a sea monster under the dock. Ask Mirren to help you, I tell him. She'll read you a bedtime story or sing to you. You think so? She will. And when I get there, I'll take you tubing and snorkeling, and it'll be grand summer, Taft. Okay, he says. Don't be scared of stupid old Cuddledown, I tell him. Show it who's the boss, and I'll see you tomorrow. He hangs up, and without saying goodbye. Part 3. Summer 17. Alright. In Woods Hole, the port town, Mommy and I let the Goldens out of the car and drag our bags down to where Aunt Carrie is, standing on the dock. Carrie gives Mommy a long hug before she helps us load our bags and the dogs into the big motorboat. You're more beautiful than ever, she says. And thank God you're here. Oh, quiet, says Mommy. I know you've been sick, Carrie says to me. She's the tallest of my aunts. And the eldest Sinclair daughter. Her sweater is long and cashmere. The lines on the side of her mouth are deep. She's wearing some ancient jade jewelry that belongs to Gran. Nothing wrong with me that a fur coat and a couple slugs of vodka don't cure, I say. Carrie laughs, but Mommy leans in and says she's not taking Percocet. She's taking a non-addictive medicine the doctor prescribes. It isn't true. The non-addictive medicine didn't work. She looks so thin, Carrie says. It's all the vodka, I say. It fills me up. She can't eat much when she's hurting, says Mommy. The pain makes her nauseated. Bess made the blueberry pie you like, Aunt Carrie tells me. She gives Mommy another hug. You guys are so huggy all of a sudden, I say. You never used to be huggy. Aunt Carrie hugs me too. She smells of expensive lemony perfume. I haven't seen her in a long time. The drives out of the harbor's cold and sparkly. I sit at the back of the boat while Mommy stands next to Aunt Carrie. Behind the wheel, I'll try my hand in the water. It sprays the arm of my duffel coat, soaking the canvas. I'll see Get soon. Get. My Get. Who's not my Get? The house, the littles, the aunts, the liars. I'll hear the sound of seagulls, taste slumps and pie and homemade ice cream. I hear the pong of tennis balls, the bark of goldens, the echo of my breath in a snorkel. We'll make bonfires that smell of ashes. Will I still be at home? The full long beechwood is ahead of us. The familiar outline looming. The first house I see is the Windmere, with its multiple teak of peak roofs. The room on the far right is Mommy's. There are her pale blue curtains. My own window looks to the inside of the island. Carrie steers the boat around the tip, and I can see Cuddle Down, there at the lowest point of the land, with its chubby box-like structure. A bitty sandy cove of tiny beach is tucked in at the bottom of the long wooden staircase. The view changes, and we circle across the eastern side of the island. I can't see much of Redgate among the trees, but I glimpse its red trim. Then the big beach, assessed by another wooden staircase. Claremont sits at the highest point, with water view in three directions. I crane my leg to look for its friendly turret, but it isn't there. The trees that used to shade the big sloping yard, they're gone too. Instead of the Victorian 6-bedroom with the wraparound porch and the farmhouse kitchen, instead of the house where Granddad spent every summer since forever, I see a sleek, modern building, perched on a rocky hill. There's a Japanese garden on one side, a bare rock on the other. The house is glass and iron, cold. Carrie cuts the engine down, which makes it easier to talk. That's New Claremont, she says. It was just a shell last year. I never imagined it wouldn't have a lawn, says Mommy. Wait till you see the inside. The walls are bare, and when we got here yesterday, he had nothing in the fridge but some apples and veg of Havarti. Since when does he even like Havarti? Asks Mommy. Havarti isn't even a good cheese. He doesn't know how to shop. Ginny and Lucine, that's the new cook, only do what he tells them to do. He's been eating cheese toast, but I made a huge list and they went on to Edgarstown Market. We have enough for a few days now. Mommy shivers. It's good we're here. I stare at the new building while the aunts talk. I knew Grandad renovated. Of course, he and Mommy talked about this new kitchen when he visited a few days ago. The fridge and the extra freezer, the warm drawer and spice rack. I didn't realize he had torn the house down, that the lawn was gone, and the trees, especially the huge old maple with the tire swing beneath it. That tree must have been 100 years old. We have surged up, dark blue leaping from the sea like a whale. It arches over me. The muscle of my neck spasms. My throat catches. I fold beneath of my weight. The blood rushes to my head. I'm drowning. It all seems so sad. So unbearably sad for a second to think that of the lovely old maple tree with the swing. We never told the trees how much we loved it. We never gave it a name, never did anything for it. We could have lived so much longer. I'm so cold. Cadence, Mommy is leaning over me. I reach and clutch her hand. Be normal now, she whispers. Right now. What? Because you are. You can be. Okay. It was just a tree. Just a tree with a tire swing that I loved a lot. Don't cause a scene, whispers Mommy. Breathe and sit up. I do what she asked, and as soon as I am able, just as I've always done. Aunt Carrie provides distraction, speaking brightly. The new garden is nice. When you get used to it, she says. There's a seating area for a cocktail hour. Taft and Will are fiddling special rocks. She turns the boat towards the shore, and suddenly I can see my lyres waiting. Not on the dock, but by the weathered wood fence that runs along the perimeter path. Marian stands on her feet on the lower half of the barrier, waving joyfully, her hair whipping in the wind. Marian, she is sugar. She is curiosity and rain. Johnny jumps up and down, every now and then doing a cartwheel. Johnny, he is bounce, his effort and snark. Get. My Get. Once upon a time, my Get. He has come out to see me too. He stands back from the slate of the fence on the rocky hill that now leads to Claremont. He's doing pretend semaphore, waving his arm in ornate patterns, as if I'm supposed to understand some kind of secret code. His contemplation and enthusiasm, ambition, and strong coffee. Welcome home, they're saying. Welcome home. Alrighty. I think this is where we kind of ended for today for the reading parts. What you thinking so far? Do you have any what can I say? Wait, what? There. What can I say? Do you have any ideas what's happening? Sleepy little fox. Yes. It's my voice. My voice is giving up, yo. It's like gah. I have a question. Would you like me? Wait. Before I do anything. Oh. Let me check my own schedule. Yeah. Okay. It's so nice. Would you like me to do some reading either tomorrow or Thursday as well? If you do, please just write like can we write one in chat if you want to and two if you don't want to? Thursday we're gonna be streaming, so we're gonna be watching Dragon. So it's gonna be on Tuesday. If I was a wooden plank outside of space, would you still love me? I would still love you no matter what. Your voice sounds very nice. That's what we're thinking. How many do you think? How many people do you guys think fell asleep? Huh? Who's asleep in chat? Do you guys want me to stream the reading on Tuesday as well? So tomorrow, go live at the same time and do some reading. Would you guys want that? Or should I just take my streaming day off tomorrow? It's up to you. I am open for anything. Still love me if I was an annoying customer that called every single day? Yes. Yes. I would. You accompanied me down to the store? Well, thank you for letting me accompany you down to the store. What did you get? Did you buy anything fancy? What was a Monday? Yes. I particularly don't hate Mondays. I do like Mondays quite a lot. And if Mondays weren't existing, then Tuesdays would be the worst days. So I'm happy with Monday. Not sure about that. I am sure. If I was a kitten, because I'm not one. I do love you because you are a kitten, Julius. Yeah, same. That's like the thing. You can replace Mondays, but then only another day will be like bad, and I don't like that. Taking real annoying no IQ kind of question? Yes. Why would I not? If you like, I don't think like stupid customers are annoying. The types of customers I think are annoying are the ones who are just genuinely, sorry my language, but dickheads. Like today I had a customer who was like, you know, I was like, hey, this is broken, you know, it's not on our system, it's your system, you need to fix your private systems. And he's like, no, I work with this, I know what I'm doing, so you are wrong. And I was like, whatever, I can tell you what I know, I can tell you what I see, that's kind of it. And he's like, well, you're wrong, you need to check that. And I was like, okay, I can open up a case, but the second line will tell you exactly what I'm telling you. Oh yeah, vote in the poll. I see the poll. Vote, please vote. Please vote. And he was like, oh well, yeah, just open a case. And I was like, okay, could you tell me the MAC address of the serial number of your router? He's like, I don't have a fiber router. I'm like, yes, you do. You do. You definitely do. He's like, no, I don't have that, and yada yada. And I work with this. I know how I'm doing. And then eventually found a fiber router, and he plugged his own equipment in, and it worked. And he was like, oh, well then, right? But I don't like Wednesdays. Wednesdays can be tough. I usually think of Wednesdays as little Saturdays because that makes things a little bit easier. I'm not a kitten, it's not knowing that you still like me. It's nice knowing that I will always like you. If I was a Karen, sure, I find Karens amusing. Oh my goodness, I swear to God. I will stop doing polls if this is gonna be the outcome all the time. I swear to God. You are given a chance to speak. Use it. Would you like me if I was suspicious? Because you definitely are. I'm never suspicious. It isn't about the length, Julius. It is more about that people, please don't try to 50-50 it. Please actually give your opinion. I would love that. Please actually give your valid opinion. Please don't 50-50 it. I am begging. I don't know whether are meh, because usually you're exhausted as hell and you have the feeling being so close yet so far. Well, still, but it's also like a checkpoint. I like to think of it as a checkpoint. Do I have to post a reminder again? No, it's fine. Just start making unties. If you keep complaining, people will be doing it just to bully you. At this point, it's not even bullying. It's just like ruining for yourself. I understand why you like being ties and it's fun, but at this point it's just like, you know, option 2. Fair. It's just ruining it for yourself. Because in the end, you have the choice um to choose the content, and if you don't speak your choice, then that's on you. Then you can't complain, you know? But Tuesday isn't. I feel Monday is sometimes the hardest because you're out of the weekend. Oh, thank you. I will hydrate. Thank you, thank you. And option 2 indeed is the best. Just make unties or flip a coin and that's it. Fair, fair, fair. I will try to do that. Thank you, Nuki. I feel like having polls here is just like, you know, having what is it called? Like having a math test where you're just like whatever happens happens. Might be worse when you're studying. It'd be Thursday. True, 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 true. That's the that could be. Normally Mondays is the most stressful ones because mm, you know, especially if you work in customer service and you don't have open hours on the weekends. It's like most people call in then on Mondays because they're like, oh, it broke over the weekend or this happened over the weekend and yada 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 yada. But when you're studying, it's like Mondays used to be chill because neither the teachers nor the students want to be there. So it's just mostly chill. I actually like Mondays because you're Canadian. There's nothing you don't like. Damn, rar, rude. I assume it's true though. I assume it's true. Oh my goodness. Rar. Rar. I don't like mushrooms, olives, and being called an American. Respectfully, of course. Yes. Always respectfully. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Rar. Rar, rar. Rar, 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 rar. I don't like olives and I'm never called an American. Fair. I don't like mushrooms either. I am actually quite a picky eater. There's a lot of people who don't know. For those who haven't voted yet, use your vote. The timer is running out, so use it now or quiet forever. Then you can have my mushrooms then. Yes. We just give all our mushrooms to Julius. When Saki calls me a kitten, though, especially since she is being one of me. Oh, what would you like to be called? I refuse to be lying. You're a picky eater? I don't believe that. Stairs. Statisian is mean as well. I don't like theirs. No, Dane's Denmark and the flag that only has red and white in it, and that country's flag is next to Sweden. You don't like China? Okay, no stream tomorrow. I see. Okay, okay. Not the shrooms, the shrooms! Oh, can we pause the ad? Please, thank you. Please, pausing ads would be amazing. Because I am going into raiding. Okay, so no stream tomorrow. I see. You're a liar. I would never be a liar. The book is called We Are Liars, after all. I'm not a picky eater, just those two things really. I'll eat almost anything else. Fair. China's red and yellow? Wait, what? Oh, it is. What flag was I thinking about? Is it? Oh, I was thinking about Turkey. I was thinking about Turkey. Because my surname is literally olive tree in Portuguese. Really? Oh, that's kind of cool. A lot of cold, salty food. Really? I love salty foods. I don't like cold foods generally. To hate you. Cold fish, and if you can be warm, I'd rather eat warm meat. Fair. I get that, Jildias. Same. Turkey makes sense, yeah. But not cold. Oh, like, what is a cold, salty food? I actually don't know. I'm gonna pause the music. Been dingling in my ear. Okay. I don't want to look at anything. I'm blinded. Okay, what do we do? Who are we raiding into? Does anybody have anyone they want to raid into? That is maybe a little bit more chill. We have Misty. Oh, we have Finton. We have someone playing Heartopia. Heartopia is super cozy. I actually like that. Any other ideas and requests? I do Winter Pixies. Ooh. Though cheese is wonderful. Ooh, yes, cheese. Meat that was purposely cold as well, like dry sausage. Like, that's amazing. Pear. Cheese is almighty. We all have to pay the cheese tax. Let me see. Dead by Daylight? Ooh. Oh wow, it's an Alien Plus streamer, I suppose. No, it's not. Okay. We can raid into them. Now, Dead by Daylight isn't the coziest team, but I suggest Snooky. What is the word? Appreciate Snooky's choice, and I trust Snooky with good choice of people. Oh my goodness, words are not wording today. Just nah. Just nah. Maybe Queen of Hell. Ooh, who, Jildias? My list is prawns, and I have no idea what he's playing, but it's not cozy by the look of it. Fair. It's like 2 or 3 months ago. Winter Pixie did? Have I forgotten? She's a sweetie. Wait. Did you? Oh, Queen of Hell. Oh. Yes, I remember Queen of Hell. Actually. I do. I do. But she's actually ending soon. She's on an ending screen. She is on an ending screen. Damn. Oh, that was a quick decision. Who's nuking who? We're all nuking Nuke, and Nuke is all nuking us. What do you mean, Julius Queen of Hell? You know what I said. If he recommends, then that person will probably be nice. Yes. Ghosty-chan, hi, Nani Gaski, Bexy Ice Cream, Yerbona, na, da. Apparently a girl. Ah, yes. I'm not a liar. I will never be. Alrighty. Then, there we go. Thank you all so much for your support and hanging out with me today. Thank you all so much for joining me on this little wonderful reading session. I love you all. Always take care of yourself. Always believe in yourself at least as much as I believe in you. I love you all. And again, thank you so much for coming. Because of you, all of this is possible. Without you guys, there would be no shimmering light in my life. So thank you. Thank you all so much. I can't wait to see you all on Wednesday with a little bit more of Claire Obscure. Thank you so much for coming, and I will view. Be confused, Julius. Be confused. Alrighty. I will view all, and with that, all that's left for me to say is bye bye.
Saki's whisper fades away. Twilight melts into the gray.